I haven't had any issues with it, with anything major, small things that don't cause any downtime. We don't get downtime on the Edger. It's been really great. It's been doing a great job. But yeah, as part of the mill, I think it's the most important piece of equipment in the mill because we were getting a lot of edger operators that weren't able to keep up, and they weren't able to do a good job edging. They were always pushed too much. And now with the scanner, all you do is hit a foot pedal and then it scans it, and then it just goes automatically. So it sped up the process, and it's so nice to go down by the chipper and see your edgings at how small they are. And it's just it makes things so much better for that edger operator. It's really hard to figure that out, that part of it. As in the edger man being not so overwhelmed by boards. Yeah, that's like totally stopped. I mean, if there is any buildup, it's because the edger man is just taking his time, and he gets caught up right away. He's not rushed. As with the yield, I was asked a bunch of times from Cleereman and from people that have stopped by to tour my mill about it. And what I tell them is just to go down by the chipper and you can just look at the edgings. It's impressive. And then go over by the grader and see the boards that went through and just visually look at how much wane was left on the board. If it was, obviously I would do both, but if I had a issue with the cost or something like that, it was too big of a thing to bite off at once, I definitely go with the edger first. I think that was, probably our biggest problem here, and then I've been to other mills, and if you watch the edger operators, humans just aren't as good as computers. It's just not, and if your edger man says he's almost as good or as good as a computer, he's kidding himself. It's not. Would cringe because I could just see it. They weren't taking their time. They're edging all the wane off, and they just don't realize how much money they're losing. And I told them, but there's always other fires that they're putting out, so they can take what I say, or they can do it on their own. But I think they all realize it. It's not that. I think it's fitting it in their schedule and getting the financing in order and stuff like that. They'll be left behind, and it's going to be in short order that they won't be around long. You have to do it. If you don't, you're going to fall behind everybody else, and it's getting more and more competitive. You got to pay more for logs, more for labor. Like I said earlier, if I was looking at an edger, I would definitely go to Cleereman because they have a really good staff that can help you with the optimization on there, because there are glitches. It's all computers and stuff like that. But those guys seem to really have a good grasp on how to solve them problems just online, because they'll just get on there online and fix it. And the other thing that I did is I assigned one of my graders that was his main job. So what he does is he talks with the guys from Cleereman, so he learns where he can do things himself instead of having to call them if there are issues with that optimizer on there. Yeah, they're still tweaking things for us, to make it even better. But I don't know what else they're going to be able to do at this point, because I think I just can't find a complaint. I'm trying to think of something that I'm not happy with, but I just can't think of anything. It's been very good to me, and I feel that I don't know how they can really improve on it. Yeah, I don't, if something would happen to it, I definitely have to replace it with another optimized edger, a Cleereman optimized edger. I'd have to. I couldn't run my business without it anymore. After what I saw it can do, I just wouldn't feel good about what I was doing. I've had a few managers here that, I'm not saying they don't have experience in sawmills or what, but a lot of managers are stuck on numbers, which numbers, you got to have numbers and all that. But that's where I came up with the part that it's a no-brainer. I'm not a very good numbers guy, but when somebody comes and watches the edger run and they see how fast it is and they see how small the edgings are and the quality of the amount of wane on over by the grading station, then it's a no-brainer because they can see it immediately. They don't need to see all my numbers and all those things that I wrote down and how much profit I brought in 1 year. It's just you know it. It's that simple.